Hey guys, what's up? What's up? What's up? Let me shut my door. I'll be with you in a minute. Hey Camden. So today I'm going to write out my Pay It Forward 2021 responders. If you are a member of my Facebook friends, there are still 4 slots open. It's for continental United States only. There's still 4 slots open. The items this year is a lap blanket. I normally do this as an option for either a small baby blanket or a more wheelchair style lap blanket that won't get in the way for an elderly person to hold across their lap, legs, keep them warm. Scarf, hat, or for my knitting friends, crochet friends, a skein of hand spun yarn. This is all subjective to what I have that I want to give away. And I sometimes, people tell me what colors they want, but I'm not going to buy more yarn if I don't have yarn in that color. And all these items will be made from my acrylic stash, as I do every year, because I use this Pay It Forward to help whittle down my acrylics, and also to make items for Earmark Foundation hats and whatnot. So those are the items that are available. If you are my friend on Facebook, then you go on over there. There's 4 slots left. Make sure you say the item you want and the color. If the color's available, I'll make it in that color. If the color is not available, then put a secondary color or you'll get what you get. And that's that. More than likely, I do not have enough yarn to make a large solid, to make a solid colored blanket. So more than likely your blanket would be 2 or 3 colors depending on what I have on hand, or it could be just a scrap blanket made from the different colors I have in my scrap yarn jar, as well as a solid color for the border. So those are the options this year for the slots that are left. Usually I wouldn't even be discussing this but I didn't stay up. I slept my 2021 in because that's how I want to be doing most of the year, getting a lot of sleep, because I have periods of insomnia, as well as I sleep beside a snorer, and his snoring is getting worse. So, but that's being looked at. So my nights have been a little restless of late. So yeah. So what I'm getting ready to do now is I'm looking over my Facebook posts, and I am putting the names and items that people requested down. So yeah. So number 1 is my second cousin, my first cousin's daughter. So I'm putting down what she requested. Once the items are done, I contact them on Facebook and tell them to send me their mailing address. And so then, or like if it's one of my family members in North Carolina, when I go down there, I let them know I'm coming, and Camden's knocking everything down. And then we meet up and I give it to them in person. Camden, stop, please. You're worse than the baby. That's the youngest kitten and the cat in the house. She just knocked down a bunch of my stuff under my desk. I tell you, cats, man. I didn't think she could have room to get up under there. But she did. And she sure enough knocked all this stuff down. And now I'll be falling down all day until I get down here and restack everything. Okay. So she wanted a lap blanket in purple. I do not have any purple, and I'm not going to go out and buy more acrylic yarn. The purpose is to get rid of acrylic yarn, so she's going to have to pick a secondary color, or she gets what she gets. That's how that works. So Ashley, hand spun, of course. Anybody has come in, hello, how you doing? Happy New Year. My goal this year is still going to be trying to spend 20 pounds of yarn. Only got up to 14 pounds of yarn this year. Gotta put some water for my cup. All right, let me see. Number 3, Tear. She wants a scarf. And buttercup yellow. Because I told her I was not making nothing else in black for nobody. All right. All right. Laura wants hand spun. Milka. She wants a purple lap blanket as well. There ain't no purple. So guess what? You need to pick another color. What is with people in purple this year? And I do a line through the word purple because they have to pick another color. Okay. Okay. And Puddin wants mittens for Luna, who is my granddaughter. That'll be an easy one to do. And so that leaves me with my 4 slots that are open, that are still available. I might have to make a new post so people will know that there's still 4 slots available. So my list has been made so far. All right. Okay, so what I'm doing now is I'm working on the decreases for the toe of this blanket. This stocking. And I'm on right now. It's like so this was a decrease right here. So I reached the part where let me let the cat out, guys. Go out. Go out. Okay, so I'm at the part where I'm doing the toe decreases, as I said, and so I'm doing right now I'm doing single crochet, and decrease. So trying to see where I started it. And this is I think it's an H. No, it's an I9. It's an I hook. Well, I think my ring light might not be working properly anymore. I'm not sure what's going on with it. None of the buttons are working on it. Is it not plugged in well? Not sure what's going on. It's not changing settings. Settings aren't changing. Buttons aren't working. So I guess it's dead. Not sure what's going on with it. There we go. I think that's working. Nope. The control section still isn't working. I guess I have to order a new light. Yeah. All right then. So, see, it just went off again. Something's wrong with it. See, it starts strobing. Yeah, it's dying. All right, so turn on my hot light. Maybe it'll give a little bit more light. Or maybe you guys can see what I'm doing. Watch out for the camera shake. I'll zoom in some for you. Okay. So the way I do my decreases is I I don't yarn over. I'm not sure why this screen is doing this, but I'll go under, pick up a loop, pull it through. Then I'll go under the next stitch, pick up a loop, pull it through. And that is how I do my decrease. Okay. And so then I'm gonna do single crochet, because I'm doing a decrease every 2 stitches now. Some people will actually skip a stitch and go into the next stitch to do their decreases. I don't like the gap that ends up in there, because sometimes if your tension isn't quite right, you'll end up with a larger gap than what you will want. So this hole is getting smaller, so I'm having to go slower. Can't be my normal speedy self right now. And at this stage of me doing my toe decreases in this stocking, I don't oh, I forgot what I was gonna say. Oh well. Oh, I don't do a row of single crochet in between. It's all decreases now. Each row now is decrease row until I pull the last stitches together. Okay, this is my last decrease, and then I'll do my slip stitch with the beginning stitch right here. And what I do so that my slip stitch rows line up better, I do my single crochet and I turn the work and I go back in the other direction. This gives you like you could tell each row is like a little ridge on the back. I don't know if you guys can see that very well, but this gives you, it makes your seam pretty straight. Right there, you can see the seam. And so yeah, it makes your seam straight. And but it does give you this little ridge when you turn to go back in the other direction. So now we're just going to do 1 single crochet and decrease. And we're going to do that all the way around. Then the next row will be just decreases. Well, it depends on, if this only has about 8 stitches left, I'll go ahead and close it off. If it has more than 8 stitches, then I might do 1 more decrease row. So not sure what's, oh, I know why it's doing it. It's because my computer is defragging. Oh well, I might just stop this video and do one later then. I was trying to figure out why it was jumping around like that. And I apologize to begin with, because I've been sneezing all morning. My allergies have been going bonkers. Okay, so yeah, this is small enough to go ahead and cinch that up. So what I'm gonna do is cut off the length of the yarn. It's about 5 inches. Just gonna pull that through like that. See what I did with my needles. There we go. Should have had one up there. Oh, I see it. Yeah, it's up there. I'm gonna back the camera back out some, guys. So we went to Michael's because one, I had a gift card, and two, I wanted to look for some more of those wooden pleats that I use to make the drop spindles, and I didn't see any. So I'm gonna look online for some and see if they have them in their online inventory. And I'll use my gift card and order it online. So all I'm doing is going up under each of these stitches. Oh, I want to sneeze so bad. Yeah. Hey guys, what's up? Let me see who's up over there. Hey Kim, how you doing? Yeah, Zoom church. Enjoy your service. Very important to you. Okay, so back at the beginning. All right. Pulling it tight, but you don't want to break your yarn. So what I normally do is then I'll go across and under a couple of times to kind of bring these stitches together better for this toe. And there's no pattern. I don't have a pattern for this. This is just a pattern that I wanted something that was fast and easy to make, and it doesn't have to be perfect as long as it looks like a stocking. That was my goal. So I use my favorite stitch, which is the bush stitch, and just single crochets, half double crochets on different stockings. Playing around with it, trying to perfect this pattern so that it looks more uniform. And so far, I'm liking how fast it is. The only reason why it's taking me so long to do this particular stocking is because I've been watching my little G monster, my granddaughter, and a lot. And so I haven't really been able to crochet. She likes all eyes on her, and she interrupts you when you're crocheting or knitting or spinning. She doesn't She wants you to play with her and listen to her, even though we can't understand what she's saying. So yeah. So I'm just gonna weave this in, make sure the end is nice and woven in. Like I said, I don't know who will be getting this stocking. I think I'm gonna send one to my husband's mom. This will be the third extra, because I made one for each of my grandchildren, my grandson and my granddaughter. And I want to make some for my kids as well. And so they'll have something that they can keep as a keepsake, heirloom, whatever you want to call it, from their mama. Something that they'll keep put away, only using it once a year. And so they'll be able to take care of it. And since it's acrylic, if they take care of it, it'll only need to be washed maybe once every 2 or 3 years. That's if they get it dirty. If they take care of it, it'll stay nice and clean and crisp. And just put it back into a plastic, to a Ziploc bag, and store it away with the Christmas stuff every year. So they should be good. All right. And there we go. So that's the toe. So now all I got to do is the afterthought heel back here. And this stocking will be done. Other than I got to put the little hook on it. The little loop to hang it with. So you can see that's where the afterthought heel is going to go. And what I'm going to do is, so I'll know I'm coming to the corners, I'm going to put a stitch marker on the corners, so I know that I've reached the corners. So I know I need to do my double decrease in the corners. The first row is going to be picking up all these stitches around. The next 2 rows will just be single crochets all the way around. And then I'll start my decrease rows. And like I said, I'll be doing a double decrease in these corners. And then when I get to my starting point, I'll turn around and go back the other way so that my starting point remains lined up, like I was telling you guys earlier. Okay, so my starting point is actually going to be in the middle. It's going to be in the middle of, it doesn't matter which side you start on, but you want it to be in the middle, because as you do these corner decreases, it's going to start closing in, going like that. So you want to start in this middle portion, so that once you get most of your decreases done, you won't be like right up on your corner. You'll still have a couple of stitches between this middle and your corner. And once it gets about this small, we're just going to pick up all the stitches and cinch it. Okay. All right. Let me move this paper. It might be easier. I need to just like clean off my desk and redo my desk, because my lighting sucks. I'll tell y'all that right now. Now that my ring light has decided to die on me, all I have is my like little desk light, and so my lighting sucks right now. Okay, so this is the middle, and these stitches on this side will be easy to pick up, because these are the loops off of the bush stitch, the chain 2 spaces over here. So there's 3 per stitch that are loops that I need to pick up. This side is like harder, because this is where I finished. It's like the back side of it. I did a chain of 25 stitches. I started with 50 stitches. I did about to sneeze. I did a chain of 25 stitches across, and then I picked up those stitches to go down this way to do the toe. Just like when you do an afterthought heel, or what they call it, a buttonhole stitch, or whatever you want to call it for knitting. It's the same when you do that same technique with crochet. So this is actually like the beginning chain of a project, since I didn't use like the any other technique for doing a chain, the starting point in crochet. So let me find the end of my yarn. We'll get started again. And I still have 2 skeins. I still have 2 full skeins of this, and this is gonna be like almost a full skein once I get done. So yeah, I think I'll start from the weird side, this side, and roughly pick the middle part of it, which would be right about here. Okay. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a slip knot, carry that over my needle, my hook, pull it through, and then chain up 2. And like I said, I'm going to do single crochets all the way around. So this is my beginning area. I got a little piece of yarn right here. I'm just going to pull that through here. So I know that this is where I started at, in this area. So it give me an idea where the yarn, which way I'm moving. I'm just going to pull that through there. Okay. Just another stitch marker, basically. All right. So I need to do, what's half of, if it was 24, it would be 12. So I need to do 23 stitches this way, 22 stitches this way. And then this will be all the way across. This will be 25 stitches. No, yeah. So instead of 20, okay, I did my math wrong. Hold up. I need to do 12 stitches this way, 13 stitches this way, and that'll be 25. And then this side over here should be 25 stitches. There we go. So 12 stitches. And they're going to be single crochets. So that's 1. What I'm doing, because I don't want a big hole here, is I'm actually going to go, see this this chain right here. I'm actually going to go in between that and pick it up like that. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Now we're in this corner over here. And so we're basically we're gonna bring this corner together. Should have went the other way. Let's check. No, I'm going right. That's 11. And this is 12. All right, so now we're going to do 25. So this is the chain 2 space from a bush stitch. So we can actually go under these. So that's going to be 1, 2, and 3. I'm going to do that all the way across. Just 1, 2, 3. So you'll pretty much pick up 24, 25 stitches. It doesn't have to be a perfect number because you're going to be doing your decreases after 2 rows. This isn't like a project where everything has to be perfect. Like I said, there's no pattern. I'm just doing, like, I know I chained 25 stitches, which was half of the 50 stitches that I cast on the original chain. So I'm just trying to do something as similar to what you would do if you were knitting, trying to replicate that with crochet. Crochet uses a third more yarn in knitting, so it's not going to be perfect, and you're going to be doing decreases anyway, and this is not like it's a garment that is going to be worn. If it's a little more poochy in the heel area, then that means you got more stuff you can stuff in there for whoever the recipient is for this stocking. All right. So yeah, so now we're at the point where we're back at this corner, and then we're going to try to do 13 across. If it doesn't end up being 13, and it's no big problem, we will survive. Okay. One. This is going to be too big of a hole, so we're going to go up through these. There we go. That kind of closes that so you don't have like a big gap right there. 2, 3, 4. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This thing I'm going to end up with 12, 11. We'll get 13 out of this. 12 and 13. And then we're back at the beginning. And so we're just going to do a slip stitch across, chain 2, and we're going to turn our work. And now we're going to do 2 rows of just single crochet. Okay. And see these where we joined, this is the string from where we joined the chain. So what we're going to do is we're going to bring that up and around so that we can tack it down under the single crochets we're going to be making to hide that string. And so you don't have to weave it in later, other than just maybe having to trim it a little bit. So we're just going to do single crochets all the way around. If you want to count, you can count. If you want to tweak your numbers a little bit, you can tweak them. If you want to straight up know that you got 50 live stitches, well, not live, but 50 stitches, then you can tweak it on these 2 rows. If you're just that type of person where you have to have a specific count, I am the type of person where as long as it looks like it's supposed to look, I'm not worried about all that detail, because the fun for me is that I'm freehanding this Christmas stocking, and it still comes out to be a nice looking stocking. Like these stockings are bigger because I did 60 stitches with these, so they're 10 stitches bigger than the one I'm working on, and you can tell that they're bigger than this one quite easily. You see how much wider they are than that one. And they turned out, they turned out, they're recognizable as stockings. They're cute. And like I said, it doesn't have to be textbook perfect to be a product or an item that you can give to a family member or friend, and they think that you slaved over it. I mean, this is a fast project. I could probably do one of these in 2 or 3 hours if I just worked on it and didn't have anything else to do. So yeah, it's a very easy thing to do crochet wise. So now we're at the corner, and we're not doing any decreases this first 2 rows, but that's why I put those markers there, to make it easy for me to know where my corners are on this pattern. So we've trapped that piece around. And so you see you have that little tuft sticking out. Just tug on your ones you've already crocheted, and it kind of pulls it through some more, and you don't see that little end no more. All right. We're at almost at the second corner. And we are back to our beginning. We got one more stitch to go up under. We've done that. So now we're just going to slide up under where the beginning is at. Do our slip stitch, chain up 2, and we're going to turn our work. All right, so if I was tweaking my numbers, if things didn't look right, I could do a second row of single crochet just to tweak my numbers a little bit. But as you can see, this is pretty even. It's not pulling and pooching, so this is a good number right here. So I can actually start my decreases in these corners, and you're going to use 4 stitches in each corner. when you do you're going to do a double decrease, just like if you were doing a knit decrease. You're going to do a double decrease row, a single crochet row, double decrease row, single crochet row. And so you'll be closing off your heel that way. And then you'll end up with a nice Christmas stocking that you can give to a friend or a family member. And it'll be a nice gift for them to have for years to come. Very easy item to give away. So, and yeah, so I'm gonna go. I might be back later on. I just wanted to share this with you guys, and y'all take care. Happy New Year.